the penultimate weekend of the Women's Super League season, and what had been a fairly underwhelming campaign for both of these sides has really clicked into gear spectacularly in the last month. West Ham already have their highest points tally at home in a WSL season. They got their biggest ever WSL victory by beating Crystal Palace 7-1 last weekend, and they've now scored the most goals they've ever had in a league season in the top flight too, with their 5-match unbeaten run, earning manager Rhian Skinner a nomination for the Manager of the Month award for a second month in a row. German striker Shakira Martinez scored 4 of the Hammers' 7 goals at Palace. She's been nominated for the April Player of the Month award, the prize she won in March, and now has her sights set on the Golden Boot. Natalia Arroyo will also contest the Manager of the Month prize alongside Chelsea title winner Sonia Bonpastor, who most likely will have sent a thank you message the way of Aston Villa and their players. A 5-2 victory over Arsenal on Wednesday night helped Chelsea to a 6th consecutive title in what for Villa was one of their greatest results and performances in their history. Team news is fairly simple from a West Ham point of view, unchanged from that victory against Crystal Palace. Shakira Martinez with 9 goals in 10 appearances in the WSL. Only Beth Mead and Rachel Williams have more times across the first 10 matches of their career. Bit of a blow though for Aston Villa coming into this one. No Kirsty Hansen, who suffered a knock in training this week. She's contributed 3 goals in her last 3 matches. Only other Villa players to net in 3 consecutive appearances: Rachel Williams and Aggie Beavers-Jones. Danielle Turner also drops to the bench. Anna Patton and Lucy Parker are the players who return to the side. This is the final home game of the season for a West Ham United team who have thrilled their supporters over the course of this campaign. Their captain, Katrina Gorry, leads the motivational talk ahead of kick-off. A player who said in the build-up to this, it's been a special season and one that she will hold close to her heart for the rest of her life. For Aston Villa, well, Rachel Daly, who captains the side this afternoon, has scored in each of her last 3 appearances here, including a 90th minute winner in a 3-2 victory last season. The referee this afternoon is Stacey Pearson, former Yeovil player who scored the first ever hat-trick in the Championship, also part of the FIFA list of officials. The last match she took charge of between both of these teams came in March, West Ham's 2-0 victory against Tottenham, and Aston Villa's 2-0 defeat early in the month against Everton, before the form took a dramatic turn for the better. Chelsea aside, this is a meeting of the 2 most unlikely in-form teams in the WSL. A matter of just weeks ago, they were looking nervously over their shoulder at Crystal Palace at the bottom of the table. But for Villa, 3 straight wins and 10 goals scored has lifted them to 9th in the table. Victory this afternoon would move them to within a point of West Ham, who in 7th are targeting a top 5 finish if results in the next 2 matches go their way. Villa, who kick us off. They were 3-1 winners when these sides met earlier this season. None of their goal scorers on the pitch this afternoon, as the ball is cleared away from danger by Zadorsky. Delightful sunny afternoon has had a bit more of a chill in the air compared to the recent week. Nevertheless though, it has got that end of season feel in the air. Although for both of these teams, they will wish the season was not coming to an end, because it has been a quite brilliant, quite thrilling month of football for both of these sides, as T-Shaq deals with that well at the back, and a threaded pass through might send Ueki through on goal. Martinez is calling for it in the middle. That runs into traffic there. Those 4 goals in that victory against Crystal Palace last week. No surprise as well, that's a new club record for number of goals scored in a WSL match by a single West Ham United player. And just to conclude what's been a superb week, Rhian Skinner signed a contract extension on Tuesday to keep her with West Ham for a further year. Yamik plays the ball over the halfway line. Well read at the back by Anna Patton, back in the side this afternoon. Scored in the 3-2 win against West Ham last season. Scored on her 26th birthday in the victory 2 weeks ago against Tottenham as well, Anna Patton. Somewhat surprisingly, the Player of the Season awards were handed out after the warm-up ahead of the game. So for anybody who may well have missed that, no surprise that Kinga Shamik has won the save of the season, given her performances and the fact she's played virtually every game. Viva Said has won the Player of the Year awards, and the Young Hammers goal of the season goes to Shakira. Villa fans, as is often the tradition on the final away day of the season, have travelled down the M1 today in fancy dress, some of them anyway. Lucy Parker. Patton. Lovely cross-field ball. Cushion pass. Couldn't find the feet of Rachel Daly. Villa come forward again. Their own manager, Natalie Arroyo, who was 39 last month, only appointed in January, and it's fair to say it was a slow burner. My word, have they come out of the blocks after losing her first 5 matches. And just over a month ago, a point above Crystal Palace, who've now been relegated. Since then, though, it has been a wonderful run of form. 5-2 win against Arsenal. Some might say it was at a good time after their European exploits at the weekend. Others, when you watch the highlights, when you watch the 90-minute performance, will say it was, by the 2 conceded, a complete performance from Villa. Salmon exchanges passes with Rachel Daly, gets into the box and finds the bottom corner with a brilliant finish from the tightest of angles. It's Ebony Salmon back in the capital and back among the goals. It was her late winner against Liverpool that ended their run of 6 straight defeats, and combining with Rachel Daly, it was a really good finish. And West Ham's proud record is on the ropes. Well, they scored first in 7 WSL games this season. Only Leicester have scored first in fewer. What a flying start inside the first 5 minutes for Aston Villa. And it's the front pairing. We often see 2 out-and-out forwards, strikers in modern day football. And it was Daly and Salmon who combined to give Villa the early leads. only home defeats for West Ham this season have come against Chelsea and against Arsenal. They lose to Liverpool in the Cup as well. As it's threaded through by Nobbs, and Rachel Daly couldn't get there before the goalkeeper, and Shamik helps West Ham to come forward quickly on the attack down the left-hand side. Cushion ball from Martinez, who now continues her run into the channel. Urged on by the home supporters, delivers an early ball. It was really well dealt with at the back. Miri Taylor was arriving at pace at the back post. And what a game this has already turned out to be in the early stages. Is at the other end, another great delivery. Parker played the ball into the kind of area that Rachel Daly thrives. Miri Taylor is the player who is down for Aston Villa. They will have a corner, but temporarily down to 10, with Taylor now back up on her feet as the ball is played towards the far post. Easily dealt with. Lucy Bowe-Cairns plays it back. Taylor delivers a ball into the box, and in the end, the cross is comfortably saved. Pacheco almost caught out of position there, but getting across to cover anyway. Chastity Grant, another of the nominations for Player of the Month in the WSL in April. Season reaches its conclusion next Saturday. West Ham away to Leicester City, with Villa concluding their campaign at home to Brighton and Hove Albion. Rina D'Angelo plays it out short at the back. They're playing with three across the back, Aston Villa, this afternoon. 3-4-3 system. Patton. D'Angelo will be 32 next week. The Canadian international represented her country at the Olympic Games in Paris, denied her former club Arsenal on multiple occasions to prevent a comeback on Wednesday night, with her opposite number at the other end, Kinga Shamik, who helped Poland to qualify for the Women's Euros, their first ever major tournament. Great pass out from the back by Gorry. Space for Hurable to run into. Early cross into the box though, and Martinez won't get there. Well, there's plenty to talk about, plenty going on in the world of women's football at the moment, with managerial situations still to be determined. Players out of contract in the summer, as you'll see there. You can click on the pinned link for all the latest news, fixtures, ticket information. Here's Missy Bowe-Cairns. Needlessly given away, and it's Martinez into the box. It was unselfish as she lays the effort off. Ueki though strikes straight at the defender, header goalwards at the far post, is off target from Asei. Oh, Vivienne Essay loves to play against Aston Villa. Scored in the reverse fixture and the 3-2 home defeat here last season. She's got 3 in 4 matches against Villa. She was off target though on this occasion. Five points needed from their final 2 games this season, West Ham, if they're to claim the most points in the club record of points in the WSL season. Highest so far, 27 back in the 21-22 season. To win here, you have to come from behind against a very informed team. Parker plays it to Patton. Controlled by Ebony Salmon, whose goals separate the 2 sides. First time ball over the top from Missy Bokens. Right idea. Such a wonderful range of passing when she gets on the ball. No free kick given. Angelo. Parker, who missed much of last season through injury, featured 15 times this season, though did score in the defeat at Crystal Palace as well. Nobbs got her first of the season against Arsenal in midweek. Great football from Aston Villa as they keep the ball. Will it be possession with a purpose? Laid back by Grant. Parker plays it in towards the head of Rachel Daly. The downwards header comfortably gathered and not troubling the goalkeeper. Pacheco allows the ball to go out of play on the far side of the field. Player who was signed from West Ham for an undisclosed fee back in 2021. She takes this throw-in. Played 20 games that season, having made her debut in the WSL as a 16-year-old a decade ago now for Liverpool. Space for Grant to run into down this right-hand side. Salmon's the target. Bides her time before jinking in field, and a bit of a wasted opportunity for Villa there. There were crossing options in the box. He puts Parker under pressure. She wants to throw, it's gone the other way and it's taken quickly. Salmon. Parker's run on the overlap, good footwork to make the space and find Bokens. Salmon tries to thread it through this time. And a counter-attacking opportunity could be on. Ueki played it through and just over hit for Martinez, who would have been one-on-one. They have had to come from behind a few times this season, West Ham. They were the first team in WSL history to come from 2 down and avoid defeat to the reigning champions Chelsea. Back at the end of March, a 2-2 draw. also came from 2 down after 11 minutes to beat Crystal Palace before Christmas, scoring 5 in response. Will there be 2 down here? Well, the flag goes up against Jordan Nobbs. Player who, at 32 years of age, was such a signing of intent, a statement signing from Villa. Made history this season when she became the all-time WSL appearance holder. And in December, she became the first ever player to reach 200 WSL appearances. Say's header, picked up by Martinez. Snapping into every challenge. Aston Villa not really allowing West Ham time on the ball, but Siren now works it out from midfield for the home side. Denton. U-Belt down the line, and it's a throw. Martinez crowded out. A breakaway opportunity for Villa. Great pass from Salmon. Equally well read at the back though. There's Parker. Tried to go through. Asay. Hanshaw crosses, whipped in with pace, a brilliant header. It's the equaliser. And it's the player who just cannot stop scoring in her solo quest for the Golden Boots. It's Shakira Martinez. Who else? 1-1. It's all about the cross here from Verena Hanshaw. What a ball. And it was guided into the far corner. Only made her debut for the club in January. It's now 10 goals in 11 matches. Signing of the season in the WSL. She has got to be right up there. Denton with the West Ham throw. Daly in a battle to try and keep the ball in play. And Denton sees the ball out. One of 2 players who recently signed contract renewals. Amber Tiashek, the other one. Ian Skinner said this summer is going to be really more about adding strength in depth over wholesale changes. Says there was just too much turnover last summer. It's about adding to the quality within this squad already. Salmon, who opened the scoring for Aston Villa. The ball's out of play for a goal kick. Shamik will take this one. One of the 8 arrivals last summer. Free kick conceded by Miri Taylor. Hanshaw gets the ball back. Goal scorer and goal provider combining. Didn't work it through to Ueki though. This one might find its way through. Hatton comfortably plays it to her goalkeeper. West Ham throw, and really they are now in the ascendancy. Siren. Heavy touch this time from Martinez. She is human. I wonder how many goals she would have had if she could have played in the start of the season. She was signed from Eintracht Frankfurt, but visa issues meant that she had to go out on loan in the first half of the season. Hansen's pass, but read by Gori. Say. Gori under pressure in a dangerous area, gives the ball away, and it's Nobbs. Opportunity for Grunt, lays it back instead. Another good spell for possession. Villa players so comfortable on the ball, but I say that at the worst possible moment as they give it away there, and it's out of play on the far side. Under pressure from Serena Chigwell. We've seen this season with injuries. Manchester City's, I say dominance, but Chelsea have obviously been the real force, but we've seen the emergence of Manchester United. We've seen the real levelling out of teams. Gone are the days, I remember starting to cover the WSL 5-6 years ago when the top 3 or 4 were so far apart in terms of the class gap with the other teams in the table. Not so much nowadays at all. And these are two up-and-coming sides going at it here, and they might get back in front here, Villa. Daly shots blocked, scrambled away. One back though, Taylor wins a throw. Martinez shows the other side to her game as she wins the ball, but through ball is comfortably picked up at the back. Villa have a pretty formidable record against West Ham in the capital. They've never lost here against the Hammers. Say's pass. Great skill from Siren, and it's an even better ball through as well, but a really good save to keep it out from Chigwell. Sabrina D'Angelo at full stretch and then picks up the pieces too. Almost identical position that Ebony Salmon found herself in at the other end to give Villa the lead. T-Shack's clearance into touch. Luke Denton's throw. Should pass from Rico Ueki. And Shaw works the ball to Asay in the channel. Off the outside of her boot, she threads it through. Keeper came a long way and are committed there. Appeals from the West Ham supporters. Sabrina D'Angelo laughs that one off though. Haven't had a penalty since the middle of February. West Ham, only 2 penalties this season. Salmon felt she was fouled, so too does the referee. It was Zadorsky who's the offender. There, who captained Tottenham under Ian Skinner, to a 5th place finish, the highest ever to date in the WSL, before making the move to join her old coach. West Ham's bench were absolutely fuming at the decision not to award a penalty there. Maybe have another look at that one in the half-time highlights. Villa though come forward here, and it's played into Missy Bo Cairns. Cairns lays it back into defence. The goalkeeper always willing to come out of her area and play the role of sweeper keeper, but Patton tells her to get back in net, and it's out for a throw-in. Such a big improvement at West Ham this season, not just in recent results, but even in the fact they've drawn with the likes of Manchester City, Chelsea, Manchester United. Grant apologises to Salmon as she overhits the pass. Throw-in to be taken by Hanshaw. 2 players surround Asai. Muscled off the ball. Now Grant switches it over to Pacheco on the left-hand side. Salmon plays the ball through. Missy Bo Cairns tries to force the mistake, tries to force the corner, but to no avail. Katrina Gorry using all her experience, the West Ham captain, to see that one out for a goal kick. Had an interesting time at West Ham United, the 32-year-old. Into 7 major tournaments with Australia, signed January last year, months before she welcomed her son Kobe. Siren snapped into the challenge with Daly and gave away the free kick. Villa play themselves into a bit of danger. Martinez picks it up and then finds Asai. Patton across to make a crucial tackle. Siren on the ball again now. Cleared away, but kept in play. Martinez took the ball away from Hanshaw there and gives it back to Aston Villa and Grant. Scored twice in the victory against Arsenal on Wednesday night. Chastity Grant, she was 24 last month. Certainly got goals in her arsenal, scored against Manchester City as well. Salmon. Missy Beaucairns has made the run into the box. She was the target, but she couldn't control the pass. Back Villa come though. Great pass to Grant. Salmon runs into the channel, first time cross. Daly thought she guided it goalwards. Better connection and it would have been 2-1, but they're on the attack anyway. And the shot in the end from Missy Beaucairns is straight at the keeper. Foul on halfway. You have to go back all the way to the 2nd of March for the last time West Ham suffered a defeat. 4-3 away at Arsenal. And comes across into the box. Goalkeeper though confidently and comfortably gathered. Pattern. Parker works it out wide, then it's played back to D'Angelo, the goalkeeper. Villa have the oldest average age of a starting 11 in the WSL this season. Angelo 32 next week. Jordan Nobbs already 32, Rachel Daly 33. Here is Nobbs on the ball. And often she gives it away like that. Could be dangerous here as the cross is played in. Keeper's got walkabouts, it's going to be 2. And it's turned in by Riko Ueki. The Japan international had a simple task in the end. Showed great awareness though as the keeper came rushing out to hook the ball into space and into an empty net. It was a great ball in from Katrina Gorry, and West Ham come from behind to lead 2-1. Recently marked her 50th appearance in the draw with Chelsea, and a player who was so important at the 2023 World Cup for Japan. He's been such a big figure for West Ham this season too. Great technician and a really well taken goal. Now it's getting a bit fiery. As decisions go, that was probably one of the easiest handball decisions the referee Stacey Pearson will have to give this season, as it struck the arm of Gorry. But he told just to calm things down a little bit out there. It's good to see ex-players officiating as well. Stacey Pearson took charge of the FA Cup semi-final between Manchester United and Manchester City. United made it through to Wembley. Martinez. Ueki goes down. And we see the first yellow cards of the afternoon. It's Miri Taylor who goes into the book for Aston Villa. Confirmation of the yellow given to last summer's signing from Liverpool, who had been on loan with Aston Villa before making it permanent. Say managed to press and chase down and switched into the middle to spearhead the attack. It was a wayward back pass, it gets them into trouble. Terrible defending. Rachel Daly steals in, and in the blink of an eye, having fallen behind, Aston Villa are back on level terms. We said how she loves to score in this fixture. And this is the fourth successive away game against West Ham United. But West Ham's nemesis, the Aston Villa captain Rachel Daly, has scored. It's 2-2. It's always threatened to be an entertaining game, the way the two teams have been playing of late. Natalia Arroyo accused her Villa players as the goalkeeper just about deals with that one, of being too nervous when they lost against Crystal Palace in March. 6 games later, and how things have turned on its head since then, as we see another yellow card. This time it's Lucy Parker who goes into the book. Confirmation then, second booking, both to an Aston Villa player. It's Parker who's shown the yellow. 7 minutes to go until half-time. Say over this free kick for West Ham. It's a dangerous looking ball as well, and if it took a cleaner connection from Ueki, and it could have been so easily 3-2 there. Delightful ball in. And from one end to the other, Aston Villa break with Ebony Salmon, who's already scored once this afternoon. She's forced out wide though, wins it back. Grant has to check back, plays it into Parker. Patton. It's been a frantic game at times, but Villa slowing things down a little bit, gaining a bit of control in the match. Parker's header's picked up by Bo Cairns. Grant reluctant to take on the fullback. Instead it's with Parker, who again finds Patton. D'Angelo puts under a bit of pressure, angles the ball downfield, but it's out of play on the far side. Villa could still finish above West Ham and level on points with Brighton and Liverpool, depending on how results go over the next 2 matches. They're 4 points behind the Hammers as things stand. West Ham could finish 5th in the table. Let's see if Liverpool lose or draw with Everton today. and other results go their way in the final weekend of the season, namely Brighton if they lose or draw against Arsenal. This takes place tomorrow night. Say back up on her feet then as she almost bore down on goal. Taylor. Reaps pass, but then she retrieves the ball. Infield by Pacheco. Wonderful ball to switch play and find Salmon. Salmon drives into the box. Over hits the cross though, and no one will get to that. Remarkably, before Villa's win against Arsenal in midweek, he lost 4 home games in a row, their worst run since the club record 7 defeats between October 2021 and March 2022. They hadn't scored in over 6 hours at home. Then they go and score 5 in one game. Grant exchanging passes with Missy Bokens. He then gives it back to Patton. Patton, your archetypal ball-playing centre half. Ueki manages to keep it in play and lays the ball off. It's chipped forward. Martinez, who scored the equaliser. Great pass for Gorry. Quite sit up for Martinez there, but she does have the ball now. Great run as well. Drives into the area, looks to get to the byline and surely concedes a free kick. Trying to do so. And I think she's just got herself a yellow card for that reaction. And well, you've got to rein it in, really. Can't argue with that. Noelle Moritz just used her experience to get across Martinez there. He was the first West Ham player. Confirmation there to be booked this afternoon. 3 yellow cards overall. The referee did show a red card in the National League in her last match that she was in charge of. Final 30 seconds then of this first half. We'll have a couple of minutes added at the end of it. Shamik will pick this one up and bowl the ball out. "15 goals in their last 8 WSL matches at home now for West Ham United, even though the last finished 0-0 against Manchester United. Had scored 3 in their previous 6 before that. And quite a upturn, that's for sure. Moritz gives it back to D'Angelo. Villa seemingly happy just to see out the rest of this half. Grant tries to bring the ball under control, does really well to win it back though. Now Chastity Grant has a run at the West Ham defence. Salmon attempted an early ball into the box, but nobody there to pick up the pieces. Did well to get the initial cross in, and suddenly West Ham are on the break, and they've got 3 players forward on the attack. One of them's Martinez, who shoots just wide. Wasn't the cleanest of connections. She got the effort in with her left foot there. And behind that goal, you might be able to spot 1 or 2 of the characters watching the game today. Red Flintstone, Batman and Robin among those in fancy dress. 2 minutes. Stoppage time is up, and that brings an end to a highly entertaining first half here at the Chigwell Construction Stadium. Riki Ueki's goal had put West Ham 2-1 ahead, and Rachel Daly equalised after Ebony Salmon's early opener that was cancelled out by Shakira Martinez. Wonderful first half, 4 goals, 2 apiece. Let's bring you the highlights of the first half. Both teams coming into this bang in form, and it was Aston Villa in front after just 4 minutes. Ebony Salmon finding the bottom corner after exchanging passes with captain Rachel Daly. Villa, who beat Arsenal 5-2 in midweek, were facing a team who smashed Crystal Palace for 7 last weekend, and West Ham were back on level terms. Shakira Martinez scored 4 in that game. She added her 10th in 11 matches this season. It came from a brilliant cross from Verena Hanshaw. Then West Ham went in front. A wonderful piece of skill from Riki Ueki to bring the ball under control and beat Sabrina D'Angelo. West Ham coming from behind to lead against an Aston Villa team who'd never lost at this venue in the WSL. But a back pass from Katrina Gorry, one captain to the other, gift-wrapped Aston Villa and equaliser moments later. Daly nipping in to score, as she did, a 90th minute winner when these sides met last season. Full second half commentary to come then from here in Dagenham in the penultimate weekend of the WSL season. We'll let you catch a break between now and then, with it West Ham United 2, Aston Villa 2 at half-time.
goals and assists. Into the senior Lioness squad. I think with the Euros being next summer, I think if I work hard and play well, then I'm putting myself in a good chance of getting selected, but it all starts now.
Welcome back to the Chigwell Construction Stadium in Dagenham, where it's West Ham United 2, Aston Villa 2. Both sets of players out for the second half. A couple of half-time changes to bring you for Villa, and both come in midfield. Miri Taylor was on a booking, so Jill Byings comes on in place of her, and Jordan Nobbs also makes way with Katie Robinson on in her place. Robinson, the youngest member of Serena Wiegmann's Lionesses squad for the 2023 World Cup, an able replacement for one of the most experienced members. And we're underway in the second half with the two Clarets clashing this afternoon. It's Villa in there, away white strip and light blue shorts, kicking from right to left, I should say, in this second period. Confirmation of those substitutions at the top of your screen, and Robinson straight away involved in the action, drilling across in. Missy Boken shot cannons away from danger. Asai now with an opportunity to break over halfway, and she plays a good ball out to Pubel. He threads it through to Ueki in an offside position. Byings, the second substitution, to confirm for you, the Bayern Munich loanee. We were at the Frauen Bundesliga last season. Dutch player who scored on her debut against Bristol Rovers in the FA Cup. Had a few injury setbacks this season, on for the second half. Villa did have to navigate a midweek match, their 5-2 win against Arsenal at Villa Park. D'Angelo looked comfortable in clearing that one downfield. Hubel has it back for West Ham, laid into defence, and Zadorski. Martinez and Zueki. Parker, who's herself on a booking, prevents the corner, but does concede a throw. Only Manchester City, Chelsea and Villa themselves have won more points than West Ham from losing positions this season. Both have been behind at one stage or another in this game. Both playing some good football as well. Gori hits her cross into touch behind that goal. 11 years ago now since she won the AFC Women's Player of the Year and the FIFA Women's Player of the Year awards. named captain ahead of the first game of the new season after returning and giving birth. She's beaten to the ball here, and that's a great ball play through for Salmon. Too much power on the pass. It was actually Chastity Grant who made the run. Just looking at how Aston Villa are shaping up at the moment, it looks as though Grant is playing further forward, perhaps with Rachel Daly dropping into that number 10 position in the number 9 shirt there. Grant, as we mentioned in the first half, has had a real purple patch in front of goal. So Villa player down on the far side of the field. It's Missy Bokens back up on her feet now. It has been announced this week that FIFA are going to fund research into whether hormonal fluctuations during the menstrual cycle could contribute to what's been a big rise in ACL injuries in women's football. It's going to be a year-long study at Kingston University next month. It'll begin. Research, according to reports anyway, suggests that 2 in 6 women's footballers are 2 in 6 times more likely to suffer injuries than their male counterparts. Really good strength from Pacheco to get the ball clear. Grant makes the run into the box as Bokens goes down and appeals for a free kick, which was given straight away, and it's a booking for Katrina Gorry. 18 of West Ham's 21 points this season have come here in Dagenham, the highest ratio of home points of any team in the WSL this season. Yellow card then to Gorry, and a free kick here which will give Villa the opportunity to play the ball into the box. Maz, Pacheco and Missy Bokens stand over the ball. Parker and Patton were waiting at the far post. And the best of headers away on the edge of the box. And Salmon goes through now. Oh, and it's only just wide into those Aston Villa supporters behind the goal. He opened the scoring early in the first half and almost repeated the trick early in the second. It's the stanchion behind the goal. Villa really well supported here in East London on this Sunday afternoon. Ishak back to her goalkeeper, the player to have recently committed her future to the club. Checo. Daly works it out to the substitute. It's Robinson. Good run at the defence, good cross as well. Just arrived at the far post beyond Grant. A few results to bring you from earlier today. Everton's win against Liverpool, a game that was played at Anfield. Certainly leaves the door ajar for West Ham if they win here today to finish above them in the table. It was a barnstorming game between Manchester United and Manchester City. 2-2 it finished there. United ending the game with 10 players as well, with Alfie Mannion sent off. 2-2 as well in the game between already relegated Crystal Palace and struggling Leicester City. In which Shannon O'Brien had given Leicester the lead in injury time as Salmon goes into the box, and again the goalkeeper comes out. It's her second of the game. And it's drilled into the bottom corner by Chastity Grant. Well, they moved her into attack in the second half, and she picked the ball up in a dangerous area. The flag stayed down. She timed it perfectly. What a week she's having. 2 goals against Arsenal. That was a fine finish. Regular for the Netherlands this season. Brought up in the Ajax system. And what a signing she has been. And once again, for the second time this afternoon, West Ham are behind. Last time, they turned the game back on its head and went 2-1 up. They certainly have goals in their team. And just look at how they line up. And this kickoff to instantly try and pounce down that left-hand side. T-Shack across with the challenge. Signed a deal until 2028 in January. Amber T-Shack, Belgian defender. And so close to forcing a mistake, Pacheco there as she dispossessed Anouk Denton. Villa supporters making a fair bit of noise behind that goal. They've got the drummer, they've got the fancy dress, all adding to the occasion as Shamik puts it into touch. Say waits for Hanshaw to take the throw. I mentioned that bizarre Palace-Leicester game to you because Shannon O'Brien put Leicester 2-1 up in the 94th minute, only for Abby Larkin to equalise for Palace in the 98th minute. Goals everywhere in this penultimate weekend of the WSL season. Martinez. Corey helps to win the ball back. Siren has to play it back into defence. Good ball into the channel. Ready through for Martinez. Great play to find Asai. Asai is cross cleared by Patton. Martinez Picks it up in the box. Villa got bodies in the way as she tried to get the effort in. Sure to take this throw for West Ham then. Martinez. D'Angelo gathers that one underneath her crossbar with ease. Took until this summer to really find a home where she could establish herself as a first choice keeper in England. Angelo's played every minute of every WSL game this season as a yellow card is shown to Shalina Zadorsky. Zadorsky into the book, and the referee's shown a fair few yellow cards this afternoon. Has to go all the way back to October 2022 for the last time West Ham were victorious in this fixture. Oh, and it's missed at the back, and it could leave the door open. It's an early cross in. Pacheco's ball. Robinson. Only a throw in. Say a little bit confused there, but it was given the way of Villa. Meanwhile, Robinson felt there could have been a foul as she looked for the return pass from Bo Cairns. So as things stand, Aston Villa will move to within a point of West Ham in the table. The Hammers' 5-match unbeaten record will come to an end. The scorer of the third goal for Villa this afternoon, Chastity Grant, crowded out this time. Asai sliding in to get the ball, and Martinez, even with 3 players around her, makes good headway, then eventually ran out of space. Positive run down the line from Tishak, but no free kick is given there. Ueki wins it back for West Ham, and the referee eventually comes across with the West Ham player down. Tishak it is. See another change here then for Aston Villa, and it's Maz Pacheco, the former West Ham player, who will make way. She has a bit more work to do here though for Villa before they can do so. Punching tackle comes in daily. The frustration of those West Ham players. This is a free kick in a really dangerous looking area for Villa. Pacheco fancies it. She might well have to be dragged off the pitch before taking this free kick for Villa. Missy Bo Cairns stands over the ball as well. Will it be the left foot of Pacheco or the right of Bo Cairns? 3 players in the wall on the edge of the area. Pacheco crosses, it's headed behind for an Aston Villa corner. Bo Cairns comes across to take this one in front of the travelling supporters. Work the ball short. Chipped into the far post, goalkeeper punched clear. Under significant pressure. Robinson though, good run to the byline, gets the cross in as well. Did it take a touch off of a West Ham player? It did. It's another corner for Villa. Cassidy Grant this time to take the corner over on the left-hand side for Aston Villa. Can't beat the first defender though, and Gorry will get the ball away. Picked up deep inside her own half by Moritz. In turn finds D'Angelo, the goalkeeper. Bynes. Patton takes it up from D'Angelo again. A double change in a moment for the home side. Kirsty Smith and Manuela Pavey are preparing to come on. Salmon does really well to ride a couple of challenges, weave her way through. Bo Cairns really well with a good ball to switch play. Pacheco hangs the cross in. Didn't quite know where the ball was going to land there, but it's at the feet of the goalkeeper. Shamik passes the ball out. Sure, and then Asai, for good measure, get the ball away, and Asai stays down, but she is back up on her feet now. So we're going to see the introduction of the teenager Rachel Maltby, player who only turned 18 back in March. Finally made her debut for the club in the final 21 minutes against Arsenal on Wednesday night. She comes on for the final 25 here. It is Pacheco who makes way to a ripple of applause from the home supporters against the club in which she represented for a season. England under-17 international, represented her country at the World Cup last year. Rachel Maltby. Say. Wide open space here for Hanshaw to cross. Almost a carbon copy of the goal that she set up for Martinez in the first half. This time though it's just over the top. The in-form German striker. Yes, contribution. And Maltby is to send it through for Grant. Laid back by Martinez. Will be eager to add to her tally. She chases down the most unlikely of Golden Boots awards this season, a player who only made her West Ham debut in January. Already now into double figures though. Say's been in good form this season too. They're backing off her. She's capable of scoring from that kind of distance. This one, though, bounced up in front of the keeper before it travelled her. But Villa living dangerously there as they invited the shot in. Who appeared twice for France at the 2023 World Cup, decade after going to Euro 2013 as a squad player, and now it's played through for Gori. Martinez forced out wide. Assay makes the run into the box though. We've already seen the kind of delivery that Hanshaw has got. Martinez now. Drilled over the top. Could have been awkward. D'Angelo gets her angles all right. We're waiting an eternity for this double West Ham substitution still to come. Mulby. Back to Parker. And then Maritz. Daly. Playing in that deeper role now in the hole. Maritz. To Bo Cairns. Nobody anywhere near that crossfield ball though. With a hurried ball forward, but Assay will try and force Hatton to put the ball out, which she does. She wants to take it quickly. Denton. Ricky. Wants to create space to get the cross in. Drills a cross in, and it was a dangerous looking ball. It got tangled under the feet of the defender there and almost allowed West Ham in. Delivered back in by Hanshaw. Back, West Ham come again. Ueki. Stood up by Maltby, and it's a throw. And finally, we get to see that double substitution. They've been preparing for quite a while. And Verena Hanshaw is the first player to make way. Kirsty Smith on in place of her Scotland international. On the 50th cap for her country last year. And her 50th WSL appearance in January. Scored only her second goal for the club in that month too, against Tottenham in the League Cup quarter-final. And the other change sees Manuela Pavey come on, the Colombian. Pavey immediately tries to make something happen. She scored a couple of goals since she joined the club from Deportivo Cali on a 3-year deal last summer, including a 90th minute equaliser against Manchester City. Ueki. Nice ball. Martinez will pick it up. Martinez will win the corner. Newbelt had made the run into the box as well. Viviane Essay stands over this West Ham corner. 18 minutes remaining. We saw 4 goals in the first half. We've only seen the one in the second, but it hasn't been for a lack of chances. It's drilled into the area, headed clear by Daly of all people. Well, the ball was there to be won, and she knew that she was probably in the firing line when she committed to it. Anouk Denton caught on the face and wins a free kick. Gives the Say the opportunity again from this set piece. It's too far to shoot. Players are queuing up on the edge of the area. Headed clear to Smith. Back in. And Pavey. Villa come away with the ball, and they could hit them on the counter here. They've got pace when they get players forward in number. Hines was calling for the ball to be threaded through. Next season, there are going to be changes in the Women's Champions League format, which will see direct qualification expanded from 4 teams to 9, giving an added incentive to those in the WSL as one of the top-ranked associations to gain qualification. And that might well be the natural next step that both of these clubs are going to be aiming for in the next year. D'Angelo. Corey, his back pass allowed Villa to equalise in the first half. A rare mistake for the West Ham captain. Here she is on the ball, trying to help her side back into the game now. Her crossfield pass will be picked up by Asai, who does well to keep the ball in play. Now gets to the byline. Over hits the cross though, and it's behind for a goal kick. Seven goals and 6 assists in the WSL this season. Having just one of 6 players to both score more than 5 and provide more than 5 assists in a campaign for one of the non-Big 3 sides. And the first since Aston Villa's very own Kirsty Hansen 2 seasons ago. Martinez, ball played through. Frustration on the face of Pavey, who's only just come on. Zadorsky plays it back to her goalkeeper. Shamik, though, puts it into touch as she tries to play out from the back. Laid back by Smith. Lifted forward, first time, and the chase is on for the substitute, Pavey. Well, in the end, neither a cross or a shot over the bar. So Villa have now scored 14 goals in their last 4 WSL games. That's more than they have in their previous 11 before that. 12 in fact. Heavy runs the ball into the channel. Step overs, gets to the byline as well. Almost finds Martinez. Moritz clears. Tangle between both sets of players going for the ball. Ueki lays it off. Speculative effort, always rising over the bar. Ishak. Hubel with the try. Player who was crowned the winner of the Women's Super League Award at the end of her final year with FC Zurich. She was there for over a decade before signing a 3-year deal with West Ham last September. Second time of asking. Ishak gets it downfield. The throw in taken quickly by Asai. Ritz to her goalkeeper, D'Angelo. Hubel rides 2 challenges, then goes down as Rachel Daly concedes the free kick. Scored her 50th goal for the club against Crystal Palace in November, Rachel Daly. Player who's known for her goal-scoring exploits, but a slightly different role in the team during this second half. 22 goals in 22 games 2 seasons ago, then 16 in 26 in all competitions last season. Asai. Wasted opportunity for the home side, and the atmosphere has just gone a little bit muted this afternoon with Danielle Turner preparing to come on. Dan Turner, Danny Caller. Really good defending. They need to win the ball but then get it down to halfway. West Ham throw. Leslie Smith to take it. Hubel back-heeled, and that allows Baines to clear into touch. Quickly taken by Smith, who gets it back. And hooks across in. Martinez wants a handball. And a strong penalty appeal in the first half as well. She went for the ball with goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo. Laid back by Daly. Cleared by D'Angelo. Header from Smith. Zadorsky. Into touch, and the passing's just getting a little bit sloppy from both sides in the latter stages of the game here. It'll be Lucy Parker, who was back in the side this afternoon, who makes way for Dan Turner. Only had 2 permanent clubs in her entire 15-year career, Danielle Turner. 15 seasons at Everton. Joined Villa in 2022. Captain in each of her last 5 seasons at Everton too, is trying to put a bit of pressure on the defence. Cavi. He's a decent ball into the right-hand channel. Hubel, you'd have thought, could have kept it in play there, but it runs out. Heavy touch, Daly now. Daly surges forwards. As Villa break, Robinson cuts it back, and it was just behind the on-runnishing Chastity Grant. Other end, Smith. Martinez gives it away cheaply. Salmon. Free kick for the foul on Daly. If you want to stay in touch with everything that is happening across the WSL, just a reminder, you can click on the pinned section in the comments for all the latest news in the WSL. Only a week left of the season, but it's going to be a whole summer of transfer speculation, managerial changes. Before you know it, in the blink of an eye, the fixtures for next season will be back out too. All of it you can find via that link. Another pass that is overhit and out of play. Gorry. Chase is on for Martinez. Patton is happy to concede the throw-in. Taken quickly for Ueki. Out-muscled on the ball though. Bain's clearance gives it straight back to West Ham. And now Daly surging forwards on the attack for Villa. As well to reach her own pass, and then plays it back to Maltby, a player who's 15 years her junior. Making only her second appearance for Villa this afternoon. Salmon closing down Hubel. And see Princess Ademiluyi in a moment too for West Ham, the youngster. Forward with real promise in the final minutes of this game. Not before Katie Robinson. Brings the ball forward for Grant, who stumbled. Getting a bit scrappy now. It's been such a high intensity game. It was end to end at one point, particularly in the first half. Maybe the efforts and toll that this season has taken is just starting to show in the last few moments of this game, particularly with Villa having played in midweek as well. Zadorsky. Smith works it out to the left-hand side. Paddy wanted the ball played into the channel. That's where it went, but she concedes a free kick. And we're going to see that substitution now, and they're going to go for it. Signed her first professional contract on her 18th birthday. Spent the first half of this season on loan at Charlton. Made history by becoming the first player to come through the West Ham United Foundation's player pathway to appear in the senior women's team earlier this season. Amber Tishak is the player who goes off, so a defender for an attacker. She's got a big physical presence up front, and she's going to lead the pivot of that attack as Asai loses out on the header there. Well, that was really calmly dealt with by Denton. Daly. Salmon Laid off by Robinson. Byings. They're back to goal, so lays it off. Villa trying their best just to keep hold of the ball in the final third. Grant, whose goal, as things stand, will be the winner. Same scoreline when these sides met here last season. And Aston Villa, only once before have they won more consecutive matches than their current run, which will be stretching to 4. Grant seems pretty relaxed to get the yellow card there. And the referee calls play back. Chastity Grant, the latest player to go into the book. And actually kept a clean sheet for 14 WSL matches. Aston Villa, not that it matters when they're scoring so many goals at the other end of the pitch. So about to enter stoppage time at the end of this game. We're going to have 4 minutes added on. Aston Villa look to wrap things up. They get into the box again, and Salmon wins her side a corner. See the flag for Kirsty Hansen down there among the Villa supporters. Let's not forget, she's out through injury today. She scored in 3 consecutive matches. Still, though, Villa have found a way to score 3 goals. It's the age-old tactic, keeping the ball penned into the corner flag now. Robinson's throw. Chastity Grant. Martinez inside her own penalty area, unfamiliar territory for her. Here's the ball, the chase is on for the substitute. Demirieu. The throw is taken quickly. Battle of strength there. And the free kick is given against Grant, who's only just been booked. Two minutes of the 4 added on have been played. West Ham need to get the ball into the box. Kirsty Smith has left it and joined her teammates inside the penalty area. It's played in by Zadorsky, and the header from Ueki is behind for a goal kick. Is that the last opportunity for West Ham to avoid only their 3rd league defeat at home this season? Lost just 1 of their last 8 WSL home matches. You've got to go back to January the 19th for the last time they lost here, when they were beaten by the champions Chelsea. Salmon. Panik bowls it out as quickly as she can. Zadorsky. Wonderfully dealt with by the teenager Maltby. Back pass is charged down. Angelo clears under pressure. Hooked downfield and out of play for a throw. Gorski will pick up the ball from the cone. Play back quickly, but we are into the dying seconds of this game now. Denton. Tackle from Rachel Daly on Katrina Gorry. England versus Australia at the World Cup. And it's Daly's Aston Villa who are victorious. Well, games between these teams often involve a lot of goals, and games here between these teams often involve an Aston Villa victory. West Ham are still yet to beat Villa on their own patch, despite their incredible recent unbeaten run. Their 5 games without defeat have finally come to an end as Aston Villa make it 4 wins on the bounce. It finishes here, West Ham United 2, Aston Villa 3. These the highlights of the game, and Villa came out flying. Ebony Salmon putting them in front with just 4 minutes on the clock. Set up by Rachel Daly. Villa picking up where they left off against Arsenal in midweek when they were 5-2 winners. West Ham were level though when Verena Hanshaw's cross was guided in off the head of Shakira Martinez. Her 10th goal in 11 matches in her quest for the WSL Golden Boot. And West Ham then went in front as Katrina Gorry played the ball into the box and Riko Ueki showed great composure to beat the goalkeeper who'd already committed, and the Japan international making it 2-1. They weren't in front for long though, as Gorry's misplaced back pass was picked up by Rachel Daly. The Villa captain, often a scorer in this fixture, with the equaliser before half-time. May not have been as many goals in the second half, but it was certainly high on drama and entertainment. Chastity Grant drilled Villa back into the lead for a second time of the afternoon, adding to her 2 goals against Arsenal in midweek. And that is how it finished. Aston Villa closed the gap on West Ham in the WSL table to just a solitary point. West Ham missed the opportunity to get their record ever points haul in a WSL season. They're beaten by 3-2.